Hey guys, it's Nick. I'm here to demo my Among Us auto clicker robot. Basically what it does is it moves the mouse for you, it detects when you're doing tasks, and it just auto completes them. So I don't have to move the mouse at all when I'm doing these things. Some of the tasks I wasn't able to do, like asteroids, because there's too many moving stuff that I didn't want to worry about. But I'm just gonna run through some of the tasks, show you how they work. We'll show it off. This is actually pretty nice because I'm quite an extremely lazy person who just doesn't want to have to do these things. You can just sit back and enjoy it. All you have to use keyboard. This one here I'm especially proud of because what it has to do is it has to read all the numbers off. In this case it looks like it glitched out, so I'm gonna have to restart it because since the code is reading the numbers, it'll run into a lot of errors. It'll read it as something wrong. Yeah. But it's not that big of a deal. It also can do imposter things, like well, it can do electrical and communication sabotages. It can't do O2 though, and I didn't care enough to do reactor because in O2 the text is slanted, and I didn't feel like rotating the text to read it, and it would always probably read wrong, which would be extremely annoying. We're just gonna wait a second for the cooldown to go down so I can do comms. But yeah, I think this is a pretty fun project. I'm going to show you guys how it works in a second. Yeah, that's basically it for this part. Alright guys, so this is the code. It uses Java. Well, it's run on Java. It uses java.awt.robot for most of it. I'm using the IntelliJ IDE. I 100% recommend this IDE. It's definitely my favorite. Basically how it works is it's specific to my monitor. I don't know if it'll work on other monitors that are 1092 pixels, 1920 pixels by 1080. But for my case, all the pixels are in the right spot. I didn't want to have to figure out resizing and stuff. That would have been a pain in the ass. I probably would have actually had to do some hacking in the game. So here's how it works. Let me pull up an easy one. So for swipe card here, it basically just moves to where the swipe card is, clicks it, then waits a second for it to slide up, and then slowly moves it across the screen and releases it. That one was pretty easy. Same as download, upload data, because the button's always in the same spot, and it's, yeah. I couldn't do specific ones. I couldn't do like moving ones like chart course or asteroids, because the asteroids are moving. And chart course that has some variation on where things are placed, and it was just way too hard to scan in the pixels. And then start reactor. That one was something I wasn't even gonna try because I didn't want to have to time out the blinking lights. Unlock manifolds I'm actually really proud of because I had to use Tesseract library because it reads the image. A lot of the times it would read it wrong, like you can think J period is a 1, or Q is a 9, or LI is a 4, or asterisk, or semiquote or whatever, 1 is a 9, 1 plus is a 4, stuff like that. And that's why I didn't do it for O2 sabotage, because if I rotated the text, the quality would just go down. It would be even harder for it to read. What I really need to do is add more error handling, because if it does run into an error while it's doing unlock manifolds, you have to restart the code. It's not a pain, it's just something you'd rather not do. And how it all works is it basically just checks. So it checks to see if you're doing the task, and how I did that was I picked for each task 3 pixels that were specific to that task. Like, if that task is open, then those 3 pixels are going to be there, and they're going to be that colored. So it's not that resource intensive. I definitely could have made it better. I just didn't care enough to. And yeah, and then it just loops through it, checks all of them, and has a delay, and that's basically it. Let me know if you want me to upload the source code to GitHub so you guys can check it out. I mean, it's really specific to my computer, so you'd have to change like all these points and kind of understand what I'm doing, which I hardly understand what I'm doing. I'm still pretty happy with it though. And I wouldn't really consider this a hack, more like just a utility. It doesn't really affect the gameplay, it just speeds up my work a bit by a small margin. Yeah.